Ken made us say, nah, I know, sir, send your Ghana, you see a D in common. Ye bought big games, titru ewu fear. I was a Ghana, eshe. A san common naidi. But me pesa me twa madwen esi nyema bebre so titru Ghana for say we need to find the right motivation to trigger boys nankasa instincts and how they are going to approach the game. Because I was a Ghana said you obia away. But if the players understand the permutations, it helps. Madagascar. Nyame adumwa. Misusu sombe chat. Which takes them 16 points, the same points as Ghana. Because everyone is looking at Comoros. But Madagascar share Chada on the Ghana with the same points. Near Somalia. In the same vein, if we beat Mali, Yakata Mali for no. So it is a game of Mali for no. They are out of the qualification. So they are coming to beat us.
Yeah, for win.
Of course. What did I say? Let's build the foundation well so that you understand the conversation. And you not say you keke. Because Samali team way. And now we are saying with Beshe. Comoros are yen to me show. Washa Comoros 3-0, 3-0. Back to back 3-0, 3-0. Aha.
Man, the first 3 games now more than 1 point to say 2 points.
And now no Opamo Eric Chelly no. Our this same fates a buy. Same fates the first game was against Mozambique. Our ball 1-1. Ken, same fates okay competitive game and this time you better discuss auto. You better discuss same fate. But for the purpose of this conversation, we are going to do competitive games. Now, the last 8 competitive games for Mali. Kofoya ye kwa Xiaomi. Omu concede go.
The
last 8 of being team for ball in round net. Since you show mono on the ball against Mozambique, that was same fit first game. Our ball 1-1. If it's hot on concede goal, and yes, on lose you ball enter on the nets for 8 games. Mali. So this is a totally different Mali team. Ye show mono. And it's time say, Yensen Comono as because Ghana for the I Mali the Equashaw mo. I Papa ne Shannon ya Pamono.
Some shit.
Ha Ken, wash team no because to go when him said the last time a Mali conceded go was on the 6th of September 2024. And then that by 8, right?
Yeah.
It's 1 year. Ball enter Mali for nets.
But say or share Comoros.
3-3, Papa, back to back, 3-3.
Exactly. Mali for one is almost share, Ghana now. Or more chance.
To be very honest, they say Mali team na assasa. The last 3 games in year, your group with them obi about better football in Mali for no. And I will not lie. Somali starts a year and can come on assasa. We need to understand Mali's conversation from a point to say a team they are growing in confidence under same fit by everything seems to be going on well. When him say coach in a buy say a competitive games are only lose a game. Competitive games, you know. Because friendly match there and I know that they are Congo on board friendly match will lose 1 but competitive games, we about 9 games, we winning 6, we about draw me into on lose game. Into Ghana, you're breaking the record. You're also breaking record of putting the ball in their net in their last 8 games, 1 year. So how are we going to approach such a game? Otuado needs to approach the game in a way say this is a very good Malian team, not just say ye both ye keke. You might talk to me in common wasi. Now, Ken, no question me woman say Mali team no, and now no me share squad they buy. And the way the coach is confident because this Bisuma, he's doing arrangements. I likely say Obeko Turkey. mehu no squad ni mu Amadou Haidara mehu no Seseko mehu no Al Bilal Toure Atlanta for striker now called Besiktas no. They are losing key players, yet the coach is confident to say Obeshe. Now, me a Ghana ni, I'm going to approach this game from Ghana's point of view. Ken, one concern which I would want to highlight first. And I was so deep high, acquire your first to concede goals, and the minute we concede the goals. Otto, Obaye in the second half, Obaye, about 11 competitive games, we conceded 12 goals. 12 goals now you are conceding. No? First half you are conceding 4. Second half you are conceding 8. Let's just say a majority of our goals we concede our second half. Second half 8 goals now you are conceding. No? From 60th minute to 65th minute you are conceding 3 goals. From 81st minute to 4 time you are conceding 5 goals.
81st to
4 times.
Yes, last 19-20 minutes.
81st, the first about 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Last 10 minutes, you consider 5 goals.
Last 10 minutes.
5 goals. Yeah, but 5 goals.
65th minute.
Between 61st to 65th minutes, you consider 3 goals.
You more than it to say, not just say, you're born, no, you're born first half, we are. You're buying and you lose concentration, as I say. And the corner anymore, you be point now for you lose concentration. Near consider some goals because I don't say near defending.
Well,
I say you're
if you are defending, then you have to defend well. Because you cannot defend and still be conceding goals in your last 10 minutes. Because last 10 minutes, you know, Central African Republic share Bakubi, Afei Niger so share Baku, and now Sansu be share bi, and now Chad 90th minutes, and now Niger so our crew have say over 90 minutes. It's, you know, you cannot say you defend because you defend here we cannot be conceding 5 of the goals in the last 10 minutes. It's Ken. Sir, we a coach, Otoado na video analyst. They are going to analyze your problems. The same way you're analyzing Komwe. Eric, sorry, the coach of the Malian team, same fit. He also knows Ghana's problem. Oh, yeah, where, say. It's say you be poor or the changes changes no or the two more a be affect Ghana.
Dangerous and say about around 65 minutes to 70
minutes. Dangerous.
And somebody because I must have money for a true moment.
And you are torn between whether you are going to attack and get the win or defend and get a draw. One really are when Tinyan distinguishing between the two are and we are confused once we are conceding goal.
And the best friend, give me a moment transport studio. And then a yomodia. And then a moment players in Kwa. A moment giant national team in Kwa. Your games are on my winning. Supporters are winning Ghana. The national team.
Okay.
It's in the Malians. You come much a big game.
Omniball. Say they are so Mali team. That's
a team. Very good team.
And
Omono strength as 12 man. Very, very important. Don't say Malians and some players are Omundu's level. No. Omniball the ball. But they never because on the Niemana you beat me. I actually want to beat me about how a bit about your favor. It's your best supporters and it's only 12 man. Because I must win.
You see,
I must win.
If we do understand the conversation itself, first of all, they have a better coach who can tactically change the game. Into see a Jai Otuado versus same fit. Ni a Jai Mali for no mumba one day and you didn't try a place no one. And that is where your conversation comes in. Ken Mali team no. Or say in a 4-4-2. Now 4-4-2 no 2 players na gina ni mo no. Ba kwa a friend Mustafa Sangare. Ken. Kwa obehwe the last game on boy o say 18 JC. The talent is say Mateta pepe oswa. And o gina ni mo. And the other skillful Bresto for striker na friend Komori Dumba no. Fantastic Dumbia no. Fantastic player. Inti 10 ba and one skillful player. Dumbia no na eto de bia or a bomb off number 10. Make up because they say Mali team they question last time no. Na coach no or prefers the second half. And on the Georgeles Nene Beba or the Sangari Mumba but this time around coach way obiem wingers nebo boni bi. Sa nene no our lives they cannot na no de onyawa 1v1 or chung. Ono na Ghana ne Mali second half for beha Ghana pass. They say you call for the batch. Ono normally Otada left to Interne will be coming up against Ghana's right back. Irenchi and Tarek George, whoever is going to play there. We'll talk about the Ghana setup. But Bessa who's a comfortable in a 4-4-2. Ball no prepare. They pass the ball around. Now ball no or the core bar line or the core bar liner. Tanya crosses be rebats. Crosses na ye carpet cross na do two a chidibi. What as a cat back, bro? It's a cat back crosses. No, that is what they normally do. It's a king. How are we going to approach this game? Yankwa ye normal 4-2-3-1. Ni enkope win. Knowing say yekope winner. Enkofor so bet CSH will concede goals. Or Otuado should go back to his normal 5 at the back. Say obo big games bia obo. This is the first conversation we need to have. Because Otuado, the first coming, the second coming, big game bia no Otuado say or send team wa. Esan say our less trust our the center backs in Inteno. Normally he goes 5 at the back. Mekaiwa and now against Mali in the first competitive game, second part your buy yeah, he went 5.
With this Malian team no, I would name say so you mistake. Normally she first goal.
Assume see. Because consider goals.
I want time consider much defend the goal. You defend the to the better. I just over the whole people.
Misuro.
Why we go to no?
2 need here. 2 need here. I have no doubts. Any day, even against Shadow Bossa.
The last time, I was a kudu withdraw more. And you left and right and so. Because anytime you're in Naki, I'm not as a place now. The one bongo. And
Ken,
area no one born and foul.
I have always said, see, the beer may can say football, no, I am not to the beer. You individual players. But we forget that a system that makes individual players. We are so much into Daniel Alves now overlap pa. Yetaka sound komono. But if you watch Daniel Alves overlap it was because of the passes of who Iniesta Xavi mom ball passes na Sancho almost drunk for na Daniel Alves they taking advantage of those spaces. Listen, if your midfielders cannot pass the ball, your right back and left back become useless. Your major problem as a nation, as a Black Stars, say, 6 and 8, they don't do diagonal passes, they don't do vertical passes. All their passes are horizontal. Omujina ball no se che tie yeni na see ball no we number 6 enkane uji baller you do easy passes because your job is to defend the ball if you opponent so na for ball no man number 8 traditionally sani yenim abrofo no mo say number 6 there yanje ball and passing man number 8 view number 6 you need to be a controller into you watch the ball control the game yeni controller wo. Yes, 6 and a traditional number 6 if one be Salis or Beji ball. Now, ultimate pass it and risk a pass, no, not the number 8. So, first of all, we don't have that number 6 who controls the game. We have a traditional number 6 who tackles and releases the ball to the nearest person. It is a traditional number 6 and not your number 8 should be someone who controls the game, who carries the ball from midfield to the attack. You are say that is the problem. On say. Okay, you see, this is where a more of a coaching. She say you need number 8. It's a party available. Normally party ne number 8. Party ne passes no ye. On take a risk maybe with his passing because ideally if say on number 8 you know at the ball no a bit transition by running obetinya dribble obetinya pass it to say the enka na woman ashime romu abayi bi Kofi ceremony and we don't have. So we are going to have a conversation with those people we have. Okay. Yes, 6 and 8, no. Esan say passes, no. Aye short kuta ball, no. Time will be I will make Inaki Williams useless in the game. And like maybe I'll keep on saying it because Inaki, no, tight spaces on team more. It is a net you be holding ball there is no need to play Inaki Williams because he will become useless in the game. See, Inaki, his strength is that you put the ball out with space. Or the strength is America too. It is a ball no move ball no quicker or Timmy ball. And let's go Bilbao ball mo bowling in a counter attack. That is why Nico and Inaki plays on the wings. Maybe what?
And Inaki finding those spaces in our right towards Obama. I am
because we are always holding number 8 and number 6. Ghana won't have one. They be almost football and there. May highlighting in our so wow over here Ghana boni be here. Say number 6 and number 8. Omujibola. Kuta ball nature too much. Inti kuta ball nature. Ball no baby do wingers no hono. Na your closest space. Inaki on your type of play now tight spaces so Timmy ball.
Yeah, sure, Chad. Messiaba, I wish to say and check again. Yeah, Chad, quick one. Now, I'm ready to do some review. Chad gave no Inaki right, and Antoine, our left, and Kudus, Ejina Jordan, and they bought 2 base, Buffaloes. No Kudus withdraw back. They do a Antoine Semenyo withdraw back. Even Jordan could anymore.
Ober drop a fable.
Also, they withdraw about the football. Oman ye interchange positional changes be bring. Once you do a biaki, we will see here.
Semenyo Jordan, Anna almost switch kakra.
But here, Kudus because was said to be a born, and when we so now withdraw by 50. And he critique again, Chad, nay, but wouldn't have chances of creativity Chad in the play against everybody. Because Mali was very, very good defenders. Now, Antoine Semenyo, a one issue. I just said, oh, said yes, or but finishing.
They finish it. I Ghana had a problem.
Say chances.
Go for no defend. Only
one who being a beer, and you be a very. I think, sir, one player, Jordan, as a ghost in a fan, or Ben Pulma, a Unkakra. But Antoine Semenyo, you need to be brave, and so Rabos Numa will never trade. Kane was none of say chances in the NHS.
When you say the last 11 competitive games for Otuado. One of my biggest problem with Otuado is how are you using Mohamed Kudus? Ghana for we are too over and let me use the 2 words overly obsessed about Kudus or in number 10 or in number 10. Till why first boy a ball? Yes, 6 and 8 no. They be a more Kudus apre. It's the Biamana may criticize Otuado. I'm like, Otuado, you are a coach. Take Kudus from the number 10 because Kudus number 4 Biano. The Biano 2 players are around him. Fanoko right to her. Tio, in-game management. Tio, I am Otuado. Must start Kudus as a number 10. Game na year, but clearly, in fact, Kudus. Edge ever born from the right. It sounds like tight spaces on him. Over the 2 players. Now. What Shanu will say, Nanny the Chile face ball, I'll bet in Yambo Bonwa. Put him there, and yes, I would name bought throughout the 90 minutes. But in game management, because no, so Jordan plays number 10.
Now, Inaki Jordan.
Semenyo number 9. Now Inaki goes to the left. What's the mean? The same front 4, but you are interchanging. The interchanging is that you are putting players out of their rightful position. Let me give you one example. And now no go Jordan, are you saying no? Kudus na assistant, Kudus for born from him. Right. Or for born from him. Right. And oh yeah, then didn't he take on?
We'll take you one away across.
And oh yeah, across. Oh, so why? It's no kin. Your front 4 no. You're starting and far. That is why a coach reads the game. You can't. Share game no analyze the game and no more video analyst no. Then you put okay, bono, yeje boy and 6 and 8. There be everyone is looking at Kudus. Yen for bono go back Kudus. Yen for my into teams are realizing sir. They are putting people on Mohamed Kudus. So you are a coach like okay, then if the central corridors are closed what do I do as a coach? Okay, let me put Kudus on the
especially to say Premier League, you know. Once a done, you be said, then I could do some fun and cover number 10. But managers in the baby, or risk it.
Yeah.
Because when you know, much about the feelings,
Asamato.
On shows is here.
Aye.
And it's my all right, and right, and the man saw across the baby.
Oh, he's doing very well there.
Space, Richarlison, when you are Jordan. When you're 1-on-1, one against a year 2. The Yannis presence in the box.
Exactly. Across the well. And our ball so sounds so. Emma ne cut into the left side. Oh, shoot to Efa.
By Nike, your mother's house space in and so in your house space. Messi about but my big bra. Billy, because now you share your team, the city boy born the part and it's a money for the Bono because now Malia call 8 games. Consider Comoros twice. Consider one, Madagascar, consider go. I just said, defend.
Yeah.
Defend better. You go so you consider now they're happy. But now your whole minute in any time now, you consider goes to the baby, you know. And you remember how many now she team mommy.
Kinam, first of all, your technical team no. Say you any form of tactics, you any form of system, ewa adaka moa. And then necessary to add more system and the tactics in the DPA for the Black Stars. Because why are we doing over qualifying World Cup 2026? No Waka Bobby Akin. World Cup no yen hand picket near the Waka Kusiwo. Debbie. I was all about qualifiers, now the qualify call. Now you'll be all worthy. So World Cup in be. And it's our stage in Nagana womb says yeah. Fortunately or unfortunately, your Kwakushia manager or your experience staying your coach. That thing we have to admit. Thomas Saintfield, as a manager, is way more experienced than Otoado. Idea da hono. Obia nyim papa nimpo a. Na nsenya Gambia national team na no mo bo mo homode no. Sa papa na ye Gambia national team ni coach. At least obia be kai sa man. And during the first half me kai, ken papa ni pegana adwuma na ye dendenden. Tom Saintfield. Or pegana adwuma na ye dendenden. Waka. Also, near for the Kasa or the application by or we interview for solid hours. No, himself, Juman, where we are Juman.
You qualify Korean or
the a Jumana or Pie in Intino. Or a beautiful rubbish and the trim or neighbor. It is not just about playing football. Debbie,
or pay national team now.
A coachy. Etibana or Bano or Bepe Jumamiu or Peso Beshagana. No, the proving point. And the chair and penny for it to a good coach. Yet the team in the man obeyed me. And anything I'm saying, so to our system or tactics war, I be bothered when I break Ghana and no money in fear that come no from here. Aside, I know. So why am I the team now? You did kind of bomb when I show more about Makuna. There have been a lot of changes in the squad. Players need to be on one almost starters. There's a new manager. On also players or Joe Moody. I will feel say I'm gonna start here. Bebuano. It's almost been start ahead of certain players. Kwa di kayaka. Player bit to say Haidara. Any squad we mo. If Bisuma. Look at the quality of these players. Omunim. But Mali born now born in society. The first game we played, there were players like Sinayon Konuma no more starters. So that game we were no more bench warmers. See omo midfield, defensive midfield, Aliou Dieng and Ebo. Obi o follow African football Obi Aliou Dieng. He's one of the most experienced players on the African continent. Al Ali number 6. While boy consistent at the top level at check. Since you are not a coach in a fan, out in the body number 6. And I want another midfielder, Lassana Koulibaly, and so the Akano, Osia kind of Italian Syria are Eddie Maleche. You share Syria Anna Sanchez. But the match be a boss Syria and in our starting our about 90 minutes. And or your starter. It is our other players from your squad. Our midfield. Not say be a Thomas Day party. And our extraordinary talent and our abilities. Our Ghana team in the midfield. Now this year's our midfield we are ken. What problem?
But we are not Ghanaian players. I cannot follow the these are normal players under normal circumstances. Only normal players.
Yeah.
Only players are only extraordinary.
Yeah.
But say ball national team now. Different.
Are you talking about Ghana for? and Malifoɔ no
Malifoɔ
yes
because almost players in the normal
yeah
averagely almost normal players are so bebree yɛn fa ne sɛ yɛka teams sɛ we help players are this Malian team how many players in the
na bi kwa yɛn kɔhwɛ
but wokɔ ɔmo boma na ɔmo team na different na ɔmo ba ɔmo sɛ obi etimi yɛ deɛ sɔrɔ
sure
ɛhɔ na ba coaching sɛ yɛtimi yakɔbɛ 2 years
yeah
nti ɛsɛ yɛtimi bɔ for party yɛ bɔ with ɔmo ni sɛ sɛ esi bɔ yɛ bɔ no ɛyɛ coaching sɛ that's the difference between yɛn and yɛ Mali sisi yɛahyɛ Mali away
yɛahyɛ no away 2-1
because of a year child game as most Ghanaians
and the changes that you ko share ni wie no wa pamu coach na ye share no sa coach no Eric said and e ko Nigeria no audit bi Nigeria for money year but the same players and ono nso so ba ye no se new manager back team a se dem di kan no obi won ma bia na kile bempe no o feel so ono ne system ne tactics ono ni boni ye but me amete ha say ebia na me mpɛ no sɛ me be fa saa team na in the first game sɛ me kai ni here goalkeeper odem was Samasa but this time around coach way by Tom Sandford by no one of the most experienced goalkeepers on the African continent the other Jigui and a dem omo younger for goalkeeper no. He's an experienced goalkeeper e Africa ha say obi o hwe Afcon follow African football obi anim no and the coach and gradually ono so ye change to few certain players omo betimi aboa no and ono so form de obaba no maba beti akan de ama no omo central defense wo change player baako Sekoni Akite na ye constant and the player for aba be kana ho enti oye ono nsusu ni changes I will feel say betimi aboa na the results na ba and the results na ba but talking about the midfield na me ka say Thomas Partey wo mu a he's an extraordinary talent Thomas Partey is a top class player obi o hwe football wo wiase bia nim Thomas Partey but Partey ni Black Stars midfield ni mu aken even with Partey na third da na e bibia wo honom but I'm talking about class and status Thomas Partey in status ni free midfield no na fa to Mali die ne ho ye die ne mro omo die ne so Sales mo bo no mo bo yes Sales mo bo no mo bo Elisha Owusu mo bo no mo bo Elisha Owusu as a defensive midfielder and you better than Aliou Dieng. Aliou Dieng is a quality defensive midfielder obi o Champions League Africa bia any the standards in the performance or Ali anything na me bo party din no tu lo no ni free mo a ye midfielders na aka no emmoro omo de ne so e hono na coaching ne bam no that is where coaching no enso so bebam and we have a very difficult task your central defense Sesale Sebo Jikubo partnership no one works but another problem I have with this partnership and it's almost me and will be anyone more speed. If you share striker or your pace, you share striker or you faster, your central defense and almost break.
I see a starting game, I see a starting attack almost straight. And I send as a coach and say approach again because quite a first ever starting games are very important. Inti you started to say you cautious kakra, you more you game the kakra, you monitor, you grab ball until you do ball no more. And I say you started attack you because Mali and Pedro
Debbie
when you draw evidence of qualify.
Debbie
Until him say or Ghana and win a chance to qualify.
but in all this on only a way team no or best starting game no so tread cautiously no we do a game plan ayen the big it's what we have to do they say and this say yen mo settle game ni mu no mo hu de pesa yen e hono na me no be ya adwene say ye stars yen say ye attack you but in as much as say ye attack we have to tread cautiously because almost striker now we see a kind of a breath he's a good player Kamori Ken this season 3 matches our ball League 1 him 2 goals 1 assist 3 goal contribution daily so he's a good striker and on him ball Nikita I fast on the ball and anything that because a central defenders no
you Inaki you Jordan you Antoine similar Roman Wachi Pencil money Kamadi more these are fast attackers.
Oh yes.
Wingers pa.
Pa.
Wingers
pa.
Almost starting your mom at difference in any case yes.
Debbie.
Governance should be.
Debbie.
These are top players.
Yes.
In your coach, Yen Yamania, in Kenya,
Assembly nyana waka. The only chat on. Se coach yen near year. Maka time and again say the football hoken. Quality of players. SOTO. And the coach is in the magic. She spent team na no musi akan. Omo share 36 no. Never to Spain team na J World Cup no. Na sha midfield no. Omo bo Spain midfield na no. E bia nka training class at time no munya binya. Because team na J World Cup no. Ken na Fabregas the bench. Among these Spanish midfielders, one better than Fabregas. Fabregas was a bench warmer. It was our team to move. Spain team na no ball take share 6 no. Why na better than Fabregas was our team. It now boils down to coaching. It your Juma kesi ni jina you coach na so. And I mean expect so obebo Caleb Yirinchi as a right back. Tarek Lamte wo. If we have to attack, we have to make sure say you be attacking ye right from the onset. And then the modern day football no say wo attack ya. When you have fullbacks on be support attackers no anymore. Caleb Yirinchi the last time defensively he was solid. No doubt. But offensively now on my good options. The crosses were poor. He had an opportunity and go to be there, baby, or boss,